Hello, my gorgeous people. My name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and these are your weekly horoscope tarot card readings, and they're for the air signs, and that's for Aquarius, Gemini and Libra, and it's from the 8th until the 14th of March 2021. So this weekly horoscope tarot card focus is for the air signs, which are Aquarius, Aquamarini, Gemini and Libra. And I am going to start with my gorgeous and with my ever so precious, with my beautiful Aquamarini. My gorgeous Aquamarini, you know what? We are in for something really big. On one hand, there are going to be multiple reasons why this is. Okay, on one hand, it's to do with the actual spiritual awakening we are having at this very moment in time. And the spiritual awakening is going to start on the actual 7th of March 2021. So it's one day earlier. So on the 8th of March, from when this reading is on, most certainly you are going to be aware of this particular shift. And this particular spiritual shift is going to affect every single person around the world. When it comes to us individually, when it comes to our spirituality, when it comes to our zodiac signs, most certainly, it's going to have a different impact on every single sign. But when it comes to you, something is just going to start coming out of you, my gorgeous Aquamarini, and you need to pay attention to what is this. Is the feeling that something is not right when it comes to the certain person in your life. You really need to listen to your intuition. You need to follow it through, because there is something that you are actually going to find out about the specific person in your life. It's an information that you need to know. Most certainly, on one hand, it's going to be like, oh God, but then again, you need to know the truth. I'm sorry, I'm sounding like a dark Lala again, but then most certainly it's something that is going to open your eyes, and that particular information that you're going to have, it's going to make you feel like it's going to bring you like the certain difficulty, just a little difficulty into your life, purely because, you're going to be taken back a little bit, which what you're going to find out. But then at the same time, this is going to create an obstacle that you need to work on. I repeat, it is going to create an obstacle that you need to work on. This is part of your karma. I'm afraid, I don't want to sound like a dark Lala like every single time, but this is important, because what is going to happen, the specific obstacle is going to be created within the first 3 days this week. And that obstacle is going to be absolutely fantastic for you, because you are going to come to terms with things that you wouldn't normally come to terms with, which on another hand in itself is going to have a massive, enormous impact on your spiritual growth. And that in itself, it's going to make you realize, that it's time to head in a new direction. So it's really good. So please don't get me wrong. When we are going through spiritual transformation, like on such a scale like this, it happens when it affects every single one of us. And it's to do with lots of different things that have been happening around the world. And it slowed people down, and it made people a little bit disorientated. And this has been happening for the last 12 months indeed. So now this is the first time within the last 12 months, when I take the whole last 12 months into consideration, this is the first time when you're going to be able not to only see the light at the end of the tunnel, but this is also going to bring you a wonderful element of surprise. It's going to bring you inspiration. It's going to bring you this necessary balance that you were longing for such a long time. And what is this necessary balance going to do? First couple of days, I'm sorry, it's going to make you feel a little bit uncertain. It's going to make things a little bit difficult for you, because it's just going to kind of you're going to feel like a little bit like a maybe, the certain difficulties are going to arise, and this is going to bring you down a little bit. This is going to make you feel a little bit negative, and this is going to in turn into you feeling kind of uncertain about your future. And let me tell you, my gorgeous Aquamarini, the more negative you feel over the first couple, 2 or 3 days this week, the better outcome it's actually going to be before the end of the week, because it's like a spiritual transformation you're going to. It's like a spiritual detox that you are going to. When you start the actual detox in your body, when it comes to your body in general, you see, whether you decide to do it with like maybe like just a pure water, or whether and then you just drink water for a while, you know, like every day, you know, and then, or whether you would, and this helps you like to flush out the toxins out of the body, and it's brilliant for detox indeed, with lots of other like things that you can bring into your diet, of course. But then again, on another hand, maybe you can start with a certain herbs, maybe you can start with a certain teas, you know, there's so many different ways that you can do like the detox when it comes to your body, not spirituality, but when it comes to your body in general. And what it happens in our body when we start the process of detox, our body starts changing, our body starts responding to this detox by getting rid of the toxin out of the body, and that makes us feel a little bit weird. So this is exactly what's happening right now. You are going through the spiritual detox. The first couple of 2 or 3 days this week are going to be weird, bizarre. They're going to make you feel like a little bit uncertain. It is not the best time to make big decisions. It is not the best time to make the most important decisions. It is not the best time to like kind of start to sign something really important. Not the first 3 days. After 3 days it's going to be absolutely fine, but the first 3 days, no baby, no. You just need to go with this flow, and the more negative and uncertain you feel, the better it's going to be. On another hand, the obstacle that I was talking about is going to be brilliant, because it's at the same time going to give you the preoccupation that you need. Don't get me wrong here, but this is going to bring you the certain preoccupation in your life that you actually need, and this is going to help you subconsciously connect to the part of your life that's missing, in particular when it comes to the direction. This is going to bring you the balance and what to focus on when it comes to your future, because by the end of this week you're going to be like, oh my god, you're going to have a very strong and powerful vision, and it's going to be mind-blowing, and it's coming out of that balance directly. The more negative you feel, the more weird you feel, the more uncertain you feel in the first 3 days, you know, the outcome is going to be more remarkable. There is only so much of karma that you can take. There is so much of the negative karma that you can take. There is so much that you can deal on your specific spiritual journey when it comes to that. And once when it comes to the certain stage, then it just all flips over and it starts on the other side. It's like a bit of a yin-yang moment. Now you've got like a bit of a bad to deal with, and now you've got a really good things coming out. So it's like working through your own spiritual transformation and making the most of it. You see, it's very interesting. So you have got a bit of a half and a half this week when it comes to it, but it's going to be very interesting because, as I said, you know, something from the past is just going to be on your mind as well, and this very strong connection with the past, very strong connection with the people from the past as well. But most importantly, it's just kind of going to your mind, your spirit is going to bring you the actual situation when it comes to your past, and it's also to do with you reviewing the past with compassion and forgiveness. This is very important because it looks like that karmically you need to cut someone out, you need to let someone go, and it's to do with the past. It's the person that was in your life, that is in your life, but it's pretty much so connected to your past, but something happened in the meantime that maybe you both kind of drifted apart, drifted away, and maybe you just ended up with the negativity, with the negative feeling towards that person, and that person you need to learn how to let go. It is very, very important. I know it sounds like, oh God, no, this is all going to bring you the relevant parts of the puzzle into your lives that are missing, that you really need in order to get a sense of the right picture, the way the picture should be. It's not only the way the picture should be, but what comes after, it's gonna surprise you. It's gonna be mind-blowing indeed. And that's why I'm saying this, that if there is someone that you had a row in the past, first of all, you had like some kind of connection, and then you had a row, and now it's important for you to realize to let this go, you know, and this is going to pretty much, so it's going to be highlighted, that actual situation. So it's not so much about, oh yeah, forgive and forget. It's easy for me to say, la la la, forgive and forget. You don't know what they did. No, baby, no. I said this before. It's down to you allowing yourself to do things in your life by doing things in the correct way, by not holding any grudge or any anger or any resentment towards someone, because that it's purely to do with you and your spiritual journey and you holding yourself down. And this is when you're going to see how things are connected, because almost immediately this is going to bring a promise, very strong promise into your life that you wouldn't normally have. Okay, on another hand, it's Aquamarini, this is important because this week, by the end of the week, you are going to head in a new towards the new direction, but you will know that you're going to start heading already with your mind. You will start heading, but it's more about time. It's time. God, no, but it's more about you realizing it's actually time, and that in itself is just going to be so important, because it's going to happen at around the time when you're going to get a powerful clarity on your life purpose, and in your heart, in your spirit, in your mind, you will know what to do. And this is why you need to pay attention to your feelings and to your emotions and to your intuition. And if somebody's offering you something that completely feels absolutely off, if somebody is offering you something that doesn't make sense, and you know it doesn't make sense, you know it's crazy, you know it's bizarre, you know it's weird, you know it's not normal, just don't bloody do it. Okay, so if someone offers something to you, or if someone is offering something to you and it's really ludicrous and crazy and bizarre, just don't do it. Just listen to your intuition, because this is like more important than ever, because that way you will protect yourself by doing the right thing and by doing things that make sense, not doing things that doesn't make sense, for goodness sake. It's important. What else I was going to say, this week is going to bring you the time of release, baby. So of course, try to reconnect with the nature. Try to think about that balance. Go by the water a little bit. Sit by the water. Sit by the river. Sit by the lake. We are spiritual beings. Like, oh my God, our pineal gland is so important, but they're blocking this like with us, within us, in so many different ways. Whether you believe this or not, the fluoride and all these things have got such a negative impact on our pineal gland. And our pineal gland is probably the most important part of ourselves when it comes to this spiritual body, because when it comes to our body, because it just connects us to our spirituality, and it allows us to be as big as we actually can be. It's a very deep subject, and I'm not going to go into it because it's going to take me 3 days to talk about it, but it's important to work with the nature, to think about that balance, because your Aquamarini, you will find this more beneficial than ever. And by connecting with the nature, you know, this is the time of release. Something is going to come to you, an incredible idea, and it's going to blow you away. It's going to blow your mind how important this is going to be. And it's connected to the part of your life like about within the last 6 or 7 years ago, to know that the elements are from you from before. But now it's time to bring this into your life, and it's all going to make sense, my gorgeous Aquamarinis. What you're going to have, it's the time of release this week, and also you're going to have an important ending. What this ending is going to be, an important ending that is going to lead to new beginnings. You know, you need to release situation and people that hold you back, because you're most certainly going through your own spiritual transformation. This is really, really important, okay? On another hand, now more than ever, pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to what is the first thing on your mind in the morning, because this week you will be able to feel, you know, dreams from a completely different angle. And if you're not feeling, so you're going to be able to connect like, oh my God. But then again, if you don't dream, just remember that, you know, specifically when you wake up the first thing in the morning, what is on your mind, pay attention to it, because there is going to be like a really crazy thing that is going to be on your mind, crazy thing that is going to be on your mind, but it's also going to give you the key. It's going to be connected to the key, which is going to bring a solution to the problem. And you will know how important this is, because other people in your life are also at the same time going to be playing an important role here, because they're all going to benefit from it, because it's going to lead towards the mind-blowing decision, which you're also going to surprise yourself, but in the best possible way. You know, pay attention to details, and also at the same time, when it comes to the actual you know, you will feel like it's a time for action. You will think like you want to do something really badly, but it's about the idea. It's about something that is going to be on your mind, and this is specifically going to be highlighted at around the end of the week. And I say don't rush, baby, because it's important for you to take your time. Each step as you take, the more you're going to understand and the more you're going to realize. In particular, May 2021 in general, it's going to be like absolutely remarkable for you, very busy indeed when it comes to your own success and achievements. So that's why I want you to understand that if something comes to you when it comes to like a planning and things like that, just take your time, because you know, like about 2 or 3 weeks later, you're just gonna start, you're gonna think completely differently about the whole situations, and many different aspects about it are gonna make sense in a completely different way. So this is why I say take your time, one step at a time, think about the idea and take it on the next level. Just by confirming with yourself that you're going to do it, you will step into it, because it's going to require a certain courage and to try things for the first time. On another hand, my gorgeous aquamarini, you know, you're going to become aware of somebody who's like kind of like a watching over you. There is going to be such a weird moment that you're going to have, very strange situation. You will see somebody, you will see the certain person, and they're not going to seem like they're from this planet. And this is most certainly because they're not from this planet, you know. There is something going to be so strange about this specific person that you're going to come across. But you're going to see something, you're going to learn something. It's also going to be connected to the experience that is maybe not going to make sense, but then at the same time it's going to be pretty much so important when it comes to you making adjustment in your life, because you're going to learn something very interesting about yourself just by seeing this person. So someone is just going to cross next to you, going to cross your path this week, and it's most certainly going to be connected to like it's going to feel like this is like a guardian angel or somebody from a different planet, somebody from a different world, but more like a guardian angel. There is something going to be so interesting, so deep and so unusual and so weird about the way they're going to smile, and about their eyes. You know, their eyes are going to be like very, very deep, very unusual, very different. So you will know. And this person is going to be directly responsible for you realizing about a certain adjustment in your life. And it's going to be very interesting the way things are going to happen and unfold at the same time. Most certainly it's connected to you having a very powerful moment, you know, like when you just really know that somebody's watching you. And on another hand, when we are talking about somebody's watching you, aquamarini, you know, listen, somebody from the spirit world is about to visit you, but this time it's going to be somebody who knows you so well, somebody who like really loves you, somebody who passed away, and somebody who loves you so much. And that person is going to come through forward, and you will know they're there. You will know. On one hand, there is a little bird, very unusual bird that you will see, quite cute little bird, unusual little bird, and this is the time when you will know that this is also going to be connected to the time when somebody is about to visit you from the spirit world. After you see the little bird, my gorgeous aquamarini, this week, you will know that it's not going to be that long after that moment in time when somebody is actually going to come through for real. Like this is going to be very much so connection, strong connection with the little bird. You will know that this is from a completely different dimension, but it's to do with you. But it's more about the timing, where this is going to be the preparation for the spirit that is going to come through. And once the spirit comes through, you will feel the smell. You will smell something, somebody who used to be in your life, something maybe fell off, you know, that belongs to this person. Or suddenly you're going to feel that person, suddenly you're going to be thinking about that person. Or you're going to maybe smell like a cigarette that they used to smell. Or maybe you will feel somebody at the corner of your eye, and then you look and there is no one there, but you know that they're there like this. You know, it's a different realm that these spirits come through, and that person is going to let you know something very, very important. That spirit person is going to have an important message for you, my gorgeous aquamarini, and it's something that you needed, and it's also going to help you to relax and chill out, because the certain problem or like a question that you had perhaps connected to somebody who passed away, it's going to be answered. And that in itself is going to be remarkable, because it's going to lead almost immediately towards the contemplation, and then that contemplation is going to lead towards a successful compromise, and it's all going to be kind of connected, you know. It's like your own little spirit angel that is going to visit you, but it's to do with the person who was in your life, who is about to visit you indeed. Okay, so now my gorgeous aquamarini, Where is it? Dun, 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 dun. Now I am thinking, where are my cards? Here. What is wrong with me? Okay, my gorgeous aquamarini here. So I'm just going to see what is going to be your tarot card for this week, my gorgeous aquamarini. What is going to be your tarot card of the week? Okay, so let's just say this is in between the 8th and the 14th of March 2021, and your tarot card, aquamarini, what are you gonna be up to? Very important week when it comes to relationships, when it comes to love. Like for those of you that are in relationship, this is going to be a remarkable week, because something really beautiful is going to happen, and it's going to bring you closer together. It looks like you have been working on something like for such a long time, for those of you in relationship with your partner, and now that long hard work is slowly going to reward you, and this is brilliant, and something really amazing is going to happen, and it's going to bring both of you closer together. So you will want to do something that is going to make you feel, both of you make you feel better. There is some kind of next step that you both will want to do, will agree that you want to do. When it comes to your relationship, you're going to do something with that you can only do with somebody who you really love and who you trust. And also, you know, it's really wonderful, because at the same time it's going to make you feel really, really great. For those of you that are single and ready to mingy, I mean, this is remarkable, my gorgeous aquamarini, because it means that, you know, somebody is slowly going to start walking into your life. You know, some kind of lover, some kind of person is slowly going to start walking into your life. This is if you're waiting for someone. If you would like to meet someone, that's absolutely fine. If you're not, then I will tell you, it's a lot to do with relationships, like in general. But for those of you that are single and ready to mingy, now somebody is slowly going to start walking into your life, and I really like it indeed, because this person is going to be somebody very, very special, and somebody who is going to have a massive impact on your life. And this is also to do with this change, with this shift change, with this spiritual revolution that we are going to have, which is absolutely remarkable. And for those of you that are actually also, I mean, if you're looking for someone or you don't, you know, it's a remarkable week, very important week when it comes to relationships and people in your life in general. Not only necessarily like, oh, lovers, boyfriend, girlfriend, no baby, no. But it's also a very important week when it comes to relationships, when it comes to people in your life. The more you connect and the more you reconnect to people who really know you and love you, the more you're going to get out of it, because someone very special in your life is going to come through forward, and it's going to tell you something. Someone very special in your life who knows you really well is going to tell you some kind of information, and first of all, you will not be too sure, but then later, as the time goes by, it's going to make sense more and more and more. You see, 10 of Cups, absolutely remarkable, because this is going to help you to make a huge, enormous, absolutely giant decision. It's going to help you to make the right decision, and this decision is going to affect every single member of your family, and it's going to come from somebody very special in your life when it comes to the actual relationship, my gorgeous aquamarinis, indeed. And also, it's time for planning. When you find yourself, you're going to find yourself planning quite a lot this week, but without like kind of forcing yourself to plan. You will enjoy this, you will like this, you will absolutely feel very ecstatic, because you know that now you're stepping into the very powerful stage of your life, very powerful part of your life. So it's a lot to do with the planning, and when you are really focusing on the part of your life that makes you feel really good, something is going to come to you towards the end of the week. And what is going to come to you, it's going to really solve the certain problem, but then at the same time it's about the idea, and realize 3 paths ahead, 3 important paths ahead, my gorgeous aquamarinis, that are going to have an amazing impact on your life, and it's most certainly going to guide you towards the right direction, and leave the people, move on away from people that make you feel negative, or the situations, the toxic people and the toxic situations in your life would really need to go. So now, my gorgeous aquamarini, I'm just going to see what is going to be your oracle card. My gorgeous aquamarini. No, that's not the one. What am I doing? What am I doing? That's not the one. Here. Ooh. Oh, ended up on the floor. Now, my gorgeous aquamarini, your oracle card of the week is focus, 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 baby. Focus. It's important. You will see something and you will know what to do. Something that you will see, it will inspire you and it is going to give you an idea. It's also at the same time going to happen when you're surrounded by really important people in your life, or you've just been around them, so that energy is going to be around you. But most certainly you will see something and it's going to inspire you, and you just need to remember it's going to take time, but when it happens at the week, you know, in the week when we are spiritually growing, this is going to be big mama and something rather important later on. On another hand, you are about to start getting a very clear focus indeed, and most certainly you will be able to feel this, you know, because it's going to reflect on your energy, and it's going to reflect on your courage, it's going to reflect on your personal power, it's going to reflect on your inspiration. You're going to find yourself like being so much more active that you have been so far, and this is wonderful, and it's all to do with this focus which is about to come into your life. And also on another hand, I can see, baby, that you are about to take a risk. Most certainly you should do it. You're going to come across the unknown situation before the end of the week, which is going to require from you to do things a little bit differently. Normally you would just, let's just kind of be careful about this specific situation, but now you're going to do the right thing by stepping into the unknown, by taking a risk. This is about to literally change your life, my gorgeous aquamarini, and you will know exactly what am I talking about. Okay, so before I do Geminini, I'm just going to put this here. Okay, before I do Geminini, 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 Geminini. Okay, so now, sorry, I need to do this. I just love water. I love water. I know I said before I shouldn't drink in a plastic, you should drink in a glass. Plastic bottle, sorry, has got plastic in, literally plastic bits. So we are drinking plastic, so... Okay, so the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous and my ever so precious, my beautiful Geminini. I know you have been really low. I know this has been, you know, you have been affected by these energies, my gorgeous Geminini, so much. And I know this, like there is no tomorrow. And this affected you, it affected your mood, it affected your way of planning. And you're not the only one that was affected by it. But then you like, you know, to plan things, you like to have things going, you like to keep on going, you know, keep on going literally. And then when you find yourself like in a bit of a stagnation period, or stagnation mode, or stagnation stage, you kind of find yourself being rather disorientated. And this is exactly going to be quite evident right now this week. But I want to say to you something very important, my gorgeous Geminini. You know what? Do you know what? I said it before, it's to do with the spiritual awakening that we are having this week, all of us collectively. It's going to be remarkable, a very important time indeed. I'm going back to the last 12 months, and I'm going back to the things that have affected us, and I'm going back to the things that affected us in such a way where we didn't see the necessary progress or the necessary changes. This is the first time in a long time that we are going to have this powerful energy shift which is happening. That's what I'm boiling down to, baby, is the powerful energy shift which is going to happen and take place on the 7th of March 2021, and this reading is from the 8th of March until the 14th, so we're going to be well one day into it, which is wonderful. And it's also going to start making you feel so much better. It is going to inspire you, it is going to make you feel like you want to plan. And there where there was a so dark, you at the end of the tunnel, you're going to start seeing really nice flashes of light indeed, and that is going to increase your vibration. Although, the way this week is going to start, when I say that is going to increase your vibration, just see how you're gonna feel. It's not gonna be straight away, oh yeah baby, I'm a superman, superwoman, woo. No baby, no, it is not going to be straight away, but just pay attention to how you're gonna feel, and pay attention to how you're gonna feel like at the beginning of the week, maybe a little bit uncertain, a little bit low indeed, but then by the time you get to the last part of that week, you just pay attention to the way you're gonna feel. Pay attention every step of the way, because it is the vibration that is gonna start slowly picking up, and it's gonna bring you inspiration. It's going to bring you good energy. It's going to re-energize you. It's going to give you the control over a situation, like very strong, much so. So what is going to happen by the end of this week, you are going to be part of the rather daring situation, and you're really going to surprise yourself the way you're going to act and react, but then at the same time, you will be doing the right thing. And this is coming from the right moment, from the right balance at the right moment in time. Because as I said, now the energy is going to start picking up, and this is going to reflect on you beautifully, and you're going to be well aware of it. You will see exactly what I mean, my gorgeous Gemini, indeed. So let me just tell you this: the first couple of days are going to be really weird, they're going to be really bizarre, and this is nothing unusual, because it's to do with that yin-yang moment, and it's also to do with your spiritual detox. So now we had all these negative energies around us that became rather stagnated indeed. So now the spiritual detox is just going to start changing things really quickly, really kind of like we're going to start moving forward with certain things that have been so slow. But then again, this is going to have a reflection on us when we're just a little bit like emotional, uncertain, we don't know, we've got this like excess of energy within us, but we can't understand where this is coming from. But it's very inspiring, it's really good, and it's most importantly, it's giving us the bravery to move on and to step into the direction in our lives that is unknown, uncertain, but then we know that it's the right thing to do. You also, very importantly, need to take care of yourself in such a way, my gorgeous Gemini, because little devil is going to become rather obvious, little devilish person, maybe by trying to offer you something here, and you need to kind of move away from that, because if something sounds off and someone is offering something to you and it doesn't make sense, deep inside you know that it's not right thing to do, you know that you shouldn't do this, you know that this doesn't make sense, you know that this is not normal, then why the bloody hell would you actually do something that is not normal, that doesn't make sense to you? So please remember, you need to listen to your own inspiration, listen to the voice within. If something doesn't make sense to you, then don't do it. Most certainly you will know what am I talking about, okay? On another hand, now, do you know what? It's like a lot to do with the self-illumination. The first couple of days are going to be weird, a little bit strange, a little bit bizarre, because you're going to start kind of wondering quite a lot. You're going to start thinking a lot, and don't get paranoid or don't get scared, because you may feel like a little bit quite low within the first couple of days this week, but this is all to do with the beginning of the spiritual transformation that I'm actually talking about. So it's also to do with the hermit mode. Hermit mode is very powerful, and it's going to give you the ability to connect from a much deeper angle. On another hand, you're going to have things like a self-illuminated about you so beautifully, but then again, it is just all about you realizing what you are in self-denial about. You need to be honest with yourself. So when you're wondering about like things and they bring you down first couple of days, 2 or 3 days this week, you just need to be honest with yourself. And the lower you feel, the weirder you feel, the better outcome you're actually going to have by the end of the week, which is going to come in the form of like a really powerful opportunity by the end of the week. But these are only the beginning stages, I have to say. So you need to realize what you're in self-denial about. As soon as You come to terms to what you're in self-denial about, because this is going to bring you an answer. And this in itself is going to be a step in the right direction, because something that is making you feel uncomfortable and unhappy, you need to move away from. Whatever this is, it's going to become obvious. And from the moment when this happens, what you're in self-denial, this is the part of your life that you need to move on from. You need to cut it out. You need to cut it off. You need to make a readjustment. And you're not going to be happy until you make this readjustment, because karmically that part of your life, that stage of your life came to an end. So it's on you to turn around and realize, hey, it's at the end, and you just cut it out of your life. As simple as that. But what is going to happen within the first 2 or 3 days, you're going to realize this, what you're self-denial about, and it's going to take an additional 26 days exactly from that moment in time. So it's going to take an additional 26 days exactly from that moment in time. But it's like until something really amazing happen, an amazing outcome within the 26 days out of that, an amazing outcome is going to happen, and you are most certainly going to have a giant, enormous realization, news, which you're going to be able to use in order to reflect and realize that you have done the right thing by making the right choice, by making the right adjustment in your life. So you need to see what this is, and just remember, an additional 26 days, my gorgeous Geminis, indeed. On another hand, as I said, it's basically you just also, as I said, it's brilliant because it's the time of the actual transformation. So it's fantastic to focus on your home. What do you need to change? Like what do you need to bring in? Things that you connect and reconnect with. Like when it comes to spirituality, little objects. Smudge your home with a little bit of like dry sage, because this is going to be brilliant when it comes to like get rid of the actual negative energy, and that in itself is just going to clear the pathways in such a beautiful way around you. So it's going to help you to see things and think clearly as well, and you will do it at the right moment at the right time. On another hand, you know what, it's brilliant. An important continuation is going to take place. I cannot explain and express how much this is going to be, how much this is actually going to impact you, what an impact this is going to have on your life, because it's to do with you waiting for the right moment and waiting for the right time. Now it's time to be yourself, to be you, and be as creative as possible, because you know what, you're going to start something absolutely mind-blowing here, and it's the beginning of like an experience that it's almost like an adventure. And this is going to help you realize, it's so much so to do with the time of your life that you felt or you thought that you were really powerless. So now this is going to have a really beautiful flip-flop moment, spiritual flip-flop moment, which is going to give you the whole new sense of direction in the form of the actual liberation of you, liberation of your mind, liberation of your spirit, liberation of your energy. Is just going to path the way towards you having a fresh start, and that is going to be connected to the sudden progress and the actual change that is going to blow you away. Like, oh my God, it's going to be bloody huge. But then again, at the same time, it's a positive change in your life, which is going to require from you to make the necessary readjustments, not straight away, but this is all going to become obvious later on. Absolutely remarkable. And also at the same time, you are gonna kind of like somebody will try to have a little bit of conflict with you, and I really strongly suggest that this is not a time for conflict or like kind of argument or anything like that. It's not about that. It's about rising above the situation. It's not about that person wanting to have a conflict with you. It's more about what is going to come out of it, because by someone wanting to have a conflict with you, you will feel it, but you use this as a sign that very soon after, I know it's crazy, that very soon after that moment in time, you are going to have like a really important competition that you need to be part of. However, you are gonna become aware of the fact that this is gonna be a little bit challenging indeed, but you do need to do this. You're gonna be part of the little competition, in order to do what you wanted to do, in order to get where you want to get. This is important. And on another hand, you need to realize how important a certain relationship is in your life as well. This is something that you're gonna realize as well. But I'm more more talking about the relationship in between you and your family member. You see, like a relationship like that in between you and your family member. But then on another hand, you know, one particular person in your family is going to need your help, and you are the one who's holding the key. You are the one who's holding the answer. The certain person in your life very close to you is going to need help. They're going through something very uncertain. They're going through something very difficult, but they're not talking about it. They're not saying this to anyone, but you are the one who's going to have the answer when it comes to this person, my gorgeous Gemini. So just remember, this week you will have the beginning of a mind-blowing, very, very meaningful experience, and that meaningful experience is going to open your eyes, and it's also going to be like an adventure at the same time. You will be able to connect and see way beyond. You will be able to connect and feel way beyond. You're going to find out the specific informations, but then again, this is going to help you so much in order to see what your next step is actually going to be. However, it's great, and it's also going to bring you the sensational feeling that things are finally, bloody hell, moving on. You will know what this is because I say bloody hell. You will know what this is, you know, because it caused stagnation, slowness, uncertainty, and disorientation. And then when you find yourself in this way, it's like, oh God, you know, we're just going with the flow until we see what's going to happen. Exactly. So that is slowly coming to an end, and it's going to have a massive impact on you. It's going to start with the good news that, you know, what really gave you so much stress, so much negativity, so much anxiety, and so much like, oh no, you know, lately over the last 1 year, you know, one particular section of that is going to have a very important, you're going to get a very important information that things are moving on, and it's going to be very good for you, you know, financially, when it comes to your security, and then when it comes to finally things moving on in your life. So now, my gorgeous Gemini, I'm just going to shuffle these tarot cards, and I'm going to see what is, oh, Page of Wands, my baby. Now it's all about you, just exploring the part of yourself. Just please, you need to understand this. There is a certain part of you that is going to be screaming to come out. There is certain part of you that you need to explore. You need to take it on the next level. Now it's time. You're constantly kind of waiting for the right moment, waiting for the right time, but do not wait for the right moment. Do not wait for the right time, but looking at this devilish situation and things that are going on out there. It's a lot to do with the devil dancing, you know, and singing at the moment out there. And when the devil is playing at the moment out there, you know, devil is never in its own never shows in its own like a devilish thing, you know. They always like kind of hide themselves in all sorts of situations that are maybe good or positive, but they're actually not. So all these things you need to take into consideration, my gorgeous Gemini, because now you just most certainly you are going to need to take the specific part of your life on the next level, next step. And now it's time. You will realize that there is no specific situation or a person that you need to wait for apart from yourself. Okay, so now I'm just going to see what is going to be an oracle card, my gorgeous Gemini. What is going to be an oracle card, and it's in between the 8th and the 14th of March. My gorgeous Gemini. What is going to be an oracle card like? Oh, bam, dun, 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 dun. Have a patience, my gorgeous Gemini. Have a patience, because you know, I know that there will be the specific moment that you will have this week. And it's to do with the waiting quite a lot, waiting for an important moment, hoping for an important moment, and also it's to do with you waiting for the certain success. You're waiting to do something, you're waiting for something to unfold, but it was stuck in the process, and you're gonna have something that you wanted to do like for a while now, maybe in the last year, a couple of years, it just really got stuck in the process. You need to remember that you will have a moment, like you will have like kind of enough. I had enough, I had enough. The moment when you think that you had enough, that's the sacred moment, because it's at the same time going to be a very connected to a very special information that you are going to have right now, and that information is to do with the patience, patience. When you think, oh, I can't wait anymore, this is actually a very good sign, which is also going to give you a blessing, but most importantly, a crucial answer that things are actually going to be okay. In particular, when it comes to like you waiting for something for a long time to actually happen. Okay, so have patience. This is important, my gorgeous Gemini, you see, because you are soon, very, very soon, you're going to be thriving. Those areas of your life that, you know, I know the last year was really, really difficult. I know it was really hard in so many different ways when it comes to so many different aspects. The harder it was, the more thriving you are going to be. What is on your mind right now? It's most certainly going to start with an important adventure. You are about to have an adventure of your life. Okay, so now, before I do my gorgeous Libra, I'm just going to have a little bit of water. Okay, my gorgeous Libra, water. Drinking plastic. Okay, so now I'm just gonna have a little bit of water. Stay strong, my gorgeous Libra. Stay strong. This week, it's all about, you know, going on the next step, making the right choice, seeing things from a completely different angle, and oh my God, the idea that you are going to have, it's going to be absolutely mind-blowing. Well, I'll tell you. My gorgeous Libra, this is your reading in between the 8th and the 14th of March. And it's rather important for me to mention that we are going to have a really powerful energy shift, which is going to start on the 7th of March already. And this reading is from the actual 8th of March. So we're going to be well into it one day when it comes to the spiritual awakening. But the spiritual awakening, it's only happening because this enormous, massive energy shift that we're all going to have collectively. We're going to have this massive, huge, enormous, big mama when it comes to this energy shift, which means that something really important, it's about to happen, something very significant, it's about to happen, and it's to do with the whole world indeed, but at the same time it's to do with the beginning stages and the beginning processes as well, especially after a long time. You know, you're not gonna be, especially after like about a year, 2 years, you know, you're not gonna be able to feel this and sense this straight away. Oh yeah, you know, like this, I'm flying. No, Libra, no, baby, no. Gradually, throughout the week, you will be able to feel this energy and you will be able to benefit from this energy, you know. And first of all, it's going to start like, it's going to impact you in a sense of like feeling like the, you know, need to do things that makes you feel really, really happy, but you couldn't do so far, for example, for whichever reason. Then it's going to affect your energy levels in the best possible way. Then you're going to find yourself like planning a lot. Oh my Lord, if you have a feeling like you want to plan, just bloody plan things, because at the same time it's just that using the spiritual key by just planning, sitting and planning at such an important moment in time, something is going to come to you, the realization that is going to be super beneficial in so many different ways. You know, it's going to help you to realize specific parts of yourself that you need to pay attention to, and it's a lot to do with you being you allowing yourself to be you, but also at the same time to allow yourself to actually be brave enough to step towards the right direction. Indeed, you need to allow yourself to be brave enough, and by basically saying this, I mean just like if there is any kind of like a direction that it's about to unearth right in front of you and you're like kind of uncertain, that's your sign, most certainly, because you are going to have a step in like a very unusual direction, very unplanned direction, and that in itself is going to turn out to be remarkable for you, because it's at the same time going to increase your creativity, and it's going to start creating a very strong picture which you will want to be part of. You will know which missing puzzle in your life was missing so much, purely because you will finally start finding yourself being rather inspirational throughout this week. And this is what this energy shift is actually going to do. My gorgeous Libra, it's important because you are going to be so affected by it, like there is no tomorrow. I repeat, it's not going to happen straight away. But just pay attention to how you're going to feel, how you're going to start feeling slowly. And then, you know, the specific information that you're going to have at around the midweek, it's really going to kind of blow you away. It's going to surprise you. But then at the same time, it's going to open your eyes and it's going to make you feel even more firmer. It's going to make you feel even more positive. It's going to make you feel even more optimistic. And that in itself is going to start creating process of the perspective, you know, the perspective in your life that you didn't think it would take place as early. So this is going to happen with an element of surprise, and it's going to happen at the time when you realize that things are moving on much quicker, but at the same time it's to do at the time when your personal situation is also going to be highlighted in such a way where you're going to have a swift change. Just remember, it's to do with the message which you are going to get at the same time. On another hand, my gorgeous Libra, what you're going to learn about yourself this week, it's going to be life-changing and mind-blowing, because what you're going to learn about yourself, it's going to help you to reflect on the different aspects of the change that you want to make when it comes to your maybe living arrangements, when it comes to your personal environment. You're going to start feeling like you want to change things, just do it. You're going to start feeling like you want to replace things, just do it, because it's very important when it comes to the actual yin yang, but also when it comes to our personal vibration indeed. And also very important week to smudge your home a little bit, because psychically this is going to affect you, where you're psychic very much so, quite a lot, my gorgeous Libra. Indeed, you're born psychic, you know, you understand things, you know, but then this is going to also like be a quite powerful week when it comes to you, your spirituality, and your third psychic eye. You know, it's going to be wide open, so you will be able to connect in that way. So by smudging your home, you will, you know, protect your energy, because on one hand you find out quite a lot, you connect like ooh la la in so many different ways, but on another hand you just make yourself a little bit more vulnerable if you're not kind of like protecting yourself. Maybe bag of salt in each pocket will do, you know, because that protects your energy. But also to smudge your home, it's going to bring the world of good, you know, to you, because it's going to refresh you, because it's going to help you to get rid of the negative energy. And this is also ultimately going to be very beneficial for you, because it's going to help you to get rid of the energy that is just kind of becoming stale in your environment, but also within you. So this is something that I highly recommend, my gorgeous Libra. On another hand, you know, I just want to say to you that it's like a first couple of days are going to be a little bit strange and a little bit unusual, you know, and you are going to kind of find yourself like thinking a lot, and you're going to find yourself like blaming yourself maybe for the certain mistake that you made over the last 9 months. And that in itself, it's also going to be very good sign for you, because most certainly this is going to be quite beneficial for you, because it's going to take you to think in the right, it's going to bring you towards the certain problem. And without you even realizing, the more low you feel within the first couple of days, the more negative you feel, the more impactful the whole week is going to be, because the whole week is in the shape of the actual yin yang, and it's happening because the energy change is like going to be mind-blowing, and it's just going to make you feel a little bit like uncomfortable in such a way. When you're going to start feeling emotional, and this is nothing unusual, because it's like a spiritual detox that you will be going through after such a long year of staleness, for example, and uncertainty. This is about to bring you certainty without even realizing, without even knowing that. You will be able to feel this vibration, and that vibration in itself is going to make you a little bit emotional. This is nothing unusual, because we have been uncertain for a while now, and so now this is just like a pre-realization feeling and emotions and psychic feelings that it's actually going to let you know it's going to make you feel disorientated a little bit, but then at the same time this is a very, very good sign. So the more emotional and disorientated you actually feel within the first couple of days of this week, I'm trying to say that the more impactful the last 2 days of the week are going to be. In fact, from midweek onwards, it's like, oh my God, it's all about like a very beneficial for you, and this is when you're gonna start feeling improvement, my gorgeous Libra, like there is no tomorrow. Like, oh my God, you're gonna start feeling a massive improvement here. And at the same time, it's especially after a little bit of pain maybe that you might have felt, and also massive improvement when it comes to like you feeling dominated in your life, and you didn't want to feel dominated. So this is all going to be connected to this, you making the right decision when it comes to your security and power. But then at the same time, it's about the determination. Pay attention to what is making you feel good, what is making you feel excited, because at the same time there will be a mind-blowing answer and realization that you are going to have at the same time. The problem that you will have at around the end of the week is going to be connected to it, and you will know exactly what to do and how to deal with it, because it's all going to be connected, and it's going to make you realize that you need to make a choice. And the choice that you need to make, if something doesn't make sense, don't do it. If someone is offering something to you and telling you to do something and it doesn't make sense, your spirit is telling you don't do it, your intuition is telling you don't do it, then most certainly don't do it. I'm trying to explain how important your intuition is going to be. I'm trying to explain how important your common sense is going to be. Not only this is going to be on top of everything, but it's to do with the actual wisdom that you're going to have and the wisdom that you're going to receive at the same time. I like this because the end of the week, it's going to bring you, my gorgeous Libra. You need to be brave. You will be tested, and you will be tested in such a way where you're really going to need to kind of like move on with your life, but in such a way when you need to make a decision at the end of the week. It's to do with a new beginning. It's to do with an unknown future, unknown situation, but something is just going to be driving you forward. Something is just going to be pushing you forward. You will be feeling all sorts of feelings and emotion, like you want to make this step. You need to make this step. You do need to make this bloody step, and this is going to make you feel like you want to make this step, but you don't have enough information. You're not too certain. You're not too sure, but something is going to be pushing you. Something is going to be like kind of like wanting you to do this. And most certainly the thing that is going to be kind of putting you off a little bit, it's uncertainty. You need to remember that now it's the time to step into the unknown, my gorgeous Libra. It's more important than ever, because this unknown situation is going to be very much so daring, and you're going to feel very brave and very happy with yourself later on. But you just need to make this step, because you are going to have a part of the situation which is going to be really daring. You're going to step in to the unknown, and this is going to start a process of change. It's where you need to be, what you need to do, what you need to go through, what you need to do in order to get where you need to get. So this is all part of the little test, but most certainly it's also the beginning of something absolutely amazing in your life. You will realize the specific parts of your life weren't as negative like how you thought, and you will realize your own power as well, how powerful you are as a human being and how powerful you are as a spirit. You are going to have a absolutely on another note, you're going to have a very strange message, this week also, when it comes to the spirit world, when it comes to somebody who used to be in your life. My God, this is specifically so powerful when it comes to this, my gorgeous Libra. Somebody who used to be in your life, somebody that died, somebody passed away, somebody that was so important to you, somebody that is still so important to you. It's about to visit you. It's about to enter your life. The certain spirit, it's about to enter your life. And there is some kind of of flower going to be pretty much so obvious at around the time. Before you do this, before you have this spirit like entering your life, there is a certain flower that is going to have a very strong connection with it, because you will see the certain flower, and then you will know that this is the time span, this is your sign that there is the spirit that is about to enter your life and let you know something really important. You know, what the spirit is going to let you know is the answer to the problem that you had that week, that morning, something that was on your mind at that moment in time. You know, there is going to be a very important realization that you're going to have through the spirit, but also most importantly, when that happens, you will know that there is a very important way out of the situation going to happen. The doors are about to open and the opportunity is about to manifest, and this is going to be the mind-blowing time of your life. This week is going to be so weird, so bizarre, so different, but you are going to absolutely love it, my gorgeous Libra, indeed. And on another hand, you will know when the spirit is around you. I know this might sound crazy to some of you, but you will know when the certain spirit is around you, because you will smell certain perfume, certain tobacco, certain whatever they were doing, it's going to be highlighted. Maybe the temperature is going to drop. Maybe you will be sitting like this and you will feel something with something is at the corner of your eyes, and you look, there is no one there. There's so many different ways, but most certainly you will know. Okay, so now, my gorgeous Libra, just remember that this week it's all about you making the next step indeed. So now I'm just going to see what is going to be a tarot card of the week. My gorgeous Libra, what is going to be a tarot card of Queen of Cups? I mean, this is absolutely remarkable. It's your moment, it's your time. Okay, now first of all, someone is really going to inspire you this week. The right person is going to inspire you this week, and it's not only about that. They will something is going to be born within you. Something is going to happen. Something is going to change. This person is meant to be. This person is meant to be in your life, and it's going to help you to recognize a very special and very beautiful and very powerful, very strong, very unique, very amazing part of yourself. And you will understand your own importance through the inspiration from that person. And that person is someone very special, very unique and very powerful in your life. And also that person is just going to help you to open your eyes and go towards the direction that you want to go. This will be big, this will be important, and they will be playing a really strong role when it comes to you moving on with your life, my gorgeous Libra. At the same time, you know, you are going to have a very strong and powerful vision, and the vision that you are going to have is, see, it's to do with the justice. It's so much so to do with the justice. It's so much so to do with like a really almost like a mind-blowing advice that you are going to gain out of that situation. But on another hand, you know, it's going to help you realize that it's down to you. You need to step into your own power. And in order to step into your own power, you just have to trust yourself. Anything that comes to you and then you feel, oh no, I can't do it because of this, because of that. No, baby, no, just go for it. It's the time of justice. On another hand, this week is going to bring you justice. Libra, just remember that this week is going to bring you justice, and that is going to bring you the necessary balance. And that is also really important, because almost immediately you will know what to do, because you will have a very powerful confirmation. Confirmation is going to help you to connect and reconnect with things that have been put on hold. And now it's time to move on with these things. So now, my gorgeous Libra, I'm just going to see what is going to be your oracle card. Oracle card of the week. So you, my gorgeous Libra, what is going to be your oracle card of the week? Okay. So your oracle card of the week, adventure. Oh my Lord, didn't I tell you, I love the power of synchronicity. I love this absolutely so much. Now adventure. This week, my gorgeous Libra, oh my God, you are going to have an adventure. I want you to know something. It's like a spiritual domino. This week is like a spiritual domino. What you need to do is every single day start something different, do something different. Every single day you do something different that you haven't done so far. Every single day, it could be something little, like going somewhere, doing something, making something, starting something, creating something. It doesn't really matter what it is, but try to do every single time, try to do something different, something new, because it is at the time of the spiritual growth and spiritual transformation and the energy shift. Then things are kind of having the effect of the actual spiritual domino. So if you have a 50 dominoes and you just like do one, one, and then it starts that process, and then one starts, makes everything change, makes the whole thing change. You see, just one domino. And this is exactly what I want you to pay attention to, my gorgeous Libra. It's about you just basically doing something really different, because at the time of the very powerful vibration, you are gonna get so much back. Normally it would happen at any time, but when it happens at the time of the spiritual transformation, you just send everything like 100 times into the universe. But most certainly, my babies, it comes back to you like 200,000 times more. So this is the impact that I'm actually talking about. And also, when you have a moment like, oh no, this is going to be the part of your test this week, unrelated to this is going to be part of your test as well, the patience, because you're going to be in a tricky situation where you will just think, oh my God, the certain part of your life came to an end. But no, baby, no. Just remember to be patient. And on another hand, you know what else this is, Libra? Your patience is about to be rewarded. Libera, 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 libera. Your patience is about to be rewarded. Oh my God. You have been waiting for this for a while now, my gorgeous Libra, and it is most certainly coming. Okay, my gorgeous people, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I love every single one of you. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of healing, love, and light to every single one of you. So I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace, and light to every single one of you, my gorgeous people. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.